Alrighty, what's up guys, Single Player Nacho here. What's insanely fast, deadly, and has murderous glowy eyes? It's the Verdugo from Resident Evil 4, and we're gonna go in depth with its various mysteries. In fact, the Verdugo is so mysterious, it is wrapped like a burrito, showing only a few of its vaguely reptilian features. Even more mysterious is why the Verdugos show this undying, unbreakable bond to one of the most punchable 20-year-old faces in the game, Ramon Salazar. Are there ancient tie-ins with the Verdugo and Los Illuminados, or was this beast pre-programmed to obey orders? At first glance, there are two Verdugos that stand beside Ramon Salazar, the main dickhead of the castle, and they are adorned with two distinct and special-looking red and black cloaks. Usually the color red within royalty signifies power and violence. That's probably why Red Cloak is the one who is sent first to absolutely knock your block off. Black Cloak signifies, you guessed it, death and formality, which makes sense since Black Cloak is the Verdugo that is ultimately sacrificed and combined to complete the Queen Plaga. But there are interesting little details left behind to show you just how far gone the Verdugos are when it comes to utterly blind loyalty to Los Illuminados. Red Cloak, for example, only behaves like the animal it is as soon as its cherished Los Illuminados cosplay is completely off. Its predator-like behavior is shown at full force once its royal robes are nowhere to be seen. Otherwise, it is completely still and silent when the cloak is on. That means that Verdugos follow tradition to a T. But why? The unquestioned, undying loyalty to Lord Salazar is very apparent, with his ties to an ancient family bloodline. Could there be an ancient connection to which the Verdugos acted as bodyguards since the beginning? There are strange cave paintings found within the labyrinths of the game that may explain this further. What isn't explained at all is why the Verdugos hold friggin' spears when they absolutely, positively do not need them. They have extremely powerful claws that are definitely more deadly. And I have no clue how they're holding these things in the first place. They seem to use them purely out of tradition, and also shoving Ashley around as they please, which is not nice at all. They completely ignore Salazar's tantrums, they wave their fingers. I mean, these monsters are such a mysterious presence in the game. You gotta wonder if they actually have a capacity for other things, such as betrayal. Upon killing Red Cloak, it drops the Salazar family jewel. So was it just hanging on to this priceless, royal piece of history? Or could it have been stolen? The Verdugos definitely have more than just killing on their skill sets, although they are built to be the perfect predators. The Verdugos are said to be around 8 feet tall, which is almost completely unfair when playing as Leon. If you look at the boss fight itself, they so easily overpower him in almost every attack. This is made possible through their spliced insect, reptile, and Plaga genome. The Verdugos are so immensely fueled by the Plaga that gross-ass Plaga juice falls out of their mouths. Or perhaps they salivate while hunting down their prey, or emo kids in bulletproof vests. Could be just that. Just take a look at how the intro scene pits predator and prey. It's all seen through the eyes of a Verdugo, from a first monster perspective. It loves to survey the area and stalk. It's ritualesque in many aspects. And they are unbelievably fast when attacking and rushing the player. I'd love to know the biological trait behind their crackhead speeds. Verdugos are very athletic. I mean, it's almost like they have rock-hard abs. Their anatomy gives a nod to its reptile or serpent-like behavior. It just strikes as it pleases. The eyes also give a creepy-ass glowy hue in the mere seconds before it kills something. Like, what the hell are these things on? The eye trick may even improve its accuracy. But all of these insanely scary anatomy facts are negated when it comes to the cold. The Verdugos cannot handle freezing temperatures, as with most organisms, but due to its reptilian origins, it's just as susceptible to cold nitrogen tanks just laying around in a sewer for some reason. Enough hits and Red Cloak will shatter into tiny, lizard pieces. So the next question is, what was the Verdugo's actual ecosystem while inhabiting the castle? I'll invite you to close your eyes at this perilous sight, because it's quite bloody and ugly. This is the spike pit used by Salazar to toss traitors, thieves, and people who made fun of his hand coming off. I don't think Salazar used the Verdugos as executioners, sending them out only on rare occasions. The pit is attached to the sewers where you will encounter the Red Cloak, although there's just not enough evidence that suggests that the Verdugo's main quarters were some nasty sewer tunnels. It is a little suspicious at how comfortable Red Cloak can easily maneuver through the sewers. It almost seems too comfortable while doing so thanks to its animal instinct. The most likely candidate for their royal bodyguard status is the terrace next to the garden maze, which features plump furniture and beds fit for a couple of lizard people. They most likely dined with the man himself here and discussed bald cultist matters, though they may have also been discussing the main prophecy and sacrifice that would lead to their eventual demise. There's a simple reason why there are two Verdugos in the game. These things, whether they were brought up through ancient ties or in a lab somewhere, were meant to fulfill the prophecy of the Queen Plaga, a ginormous, flower-looking organism that rests at the top of the castle, expelling those acid-spitting plagas, among other nasty things. If one of the Verdugos died, which one of them did die before the ritual, the other would take its place to complete Salazar's main goal, in becoming the ultimate Salazar monster. This must have been instilled in their minds since their inception. The Verdugos knew they were born just to be sacrificed, which may explain why they're such docile and calm creatures. They just know how it all ends for them. Still, the single most curious detail about these creatures is just how attached they were to the Queen Plaga, their unbreakable bond with the Salazar bloodline, and how they never even questioned a thing. The Verdugos essentially followed a dead and insanely egotistical man to his early grave, and in turn, it ended their eternal servitude. What a way to go extinct. Well, thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope you enjoyed it. What was your first reaction to the Verdugo boss fights, and how many times did you die? Because I know I died an infinite amount of times that first playthrough. Let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more horror lore, lists, and mysteries. Have an awesome rest of your day, and as always, stay single.